All right, guys, it's the crew. This is our first video of 2026.
It is.
Can you believe it's 2026?
Do you know what 2026 means?
I do, but let's not get there yet.
Okay.
She's got a surprise. So, 2026 is already here. We have already been scheming and plotting and recovering for a while now. So, some farmers take the whole winter off. So when they pull their last crops out of the ground in the fall, so about when the farmers market main season ends, they're done. We are not that way at this time and may never be that way, but we're definitely not that way at this time. We still have enough, I won't say youth because my youth is far gone. We still have enough energy and drive to be able to work most of the winter. Now, it's not as hard to work most of the time, but we have in December, I'm planting pepper plots, tomato plots. I'm planting and laying out. And when I say planting, it ain't just something I talk about. This stuff all goes on paper and gets us prepped for the year so we know what we're looking at. Like, started out with 7 pepper plots this year, 6.5. I cut it back to 6. Then I cut it back to 5. And since we're adding a lot of new stuff this year, which there'll be videos about, that's going to be exciting too. We have cut it back to 4.5 pepper plots this year. Now, you think, oh, well, that's not a lot of peppers. It's still almost 6,000 peppers. So it's still a lot of peppers. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. So we've got our first seed order of the year, not our first seed order for 2026, because we actually have already got a few seed orders that have came in and that are already filed away and ready for us to use. Right, Tiffany?
Like most of our tomatoes and peppers, we mostly save the seeds ourselves, so we don't have to worry about much unless we have lost one, or it's one that we want to try that's new, which is like today. And then tomatoes are about the same. We usually get tomatoes in and we can use them for many, many years, and then we'll save seeds off tomatoes also. And isolate them, and then
except for our greenhouse varieties, we don't save seeds off them, and
no,
those are expensive. But when you grow inside of a tunnel, now we grow in the ground. We don't grow hydroponically. Our stuff is in the ground. Our real organic certification, that is an add-on certification on top of our organic certification, requires that we grow in the ground. If we do a raised bed garden, the bottom of that bed has to be able to contact the ground inside. We can't have a bottom in it. And that's just part of our real organic certification, because we believe that the ground needs to be improved every year by either cover crops that puts biomass back in, or by adding animal manures or composted leaves and wood chips and, compost pile. So there's a lot that goes into it, but that's not what this video is about. So this video is about, and we're going to let Tiffany tell this part of the story, and then I'm going to tell you another part of the story.
What am I telling?
What is this year?
Oh, okay.
She didn't know I'd given her the official approval to tell you this yet. She didn't want to get in trouble.
So we began the farm in April of 2011. So 2011 to 2026 is 15, isn't it, Daniel? 15. So 15 years coming.
You were just
April.
a wee little feller when we moved on to the farm.
If you follow us on social media, you'll see pictures, and I've got a bunch that I've got saved to our computer that I'm going to be uploading. You can see Daniel when he was itty bitty, when he was like 3 years old, right? Yeah.
Yep.
He's not so little no more.
No, he's our big boy.
So we're excited about some things that we're going to have planned for 2026.
I bet you can't tell by Tiffany's shirt where we farm at.
Also in East Tennessee, not just Tennessee. But we're excited about
We are.
15 years. 15 years is a lot.
It's going to be a lot going on.
Yeah.
Need to follow us on all of our social media platforms.
So we began our farm, and we had a chicken coop for the longest time that our daughter Morgan had actually painted a little logo on there that said it's not just a farm, it's a family.
And we still hold to that, even though that chicken coop has long since dilapidated and fell apart. We need to have that added back somewhere.
We do.
We need to have that put back.
Yeah. So, and it's not just a farm, it's our family.
It is. This is who we are.
Yep,
And it also makes us hesitant to bring other people into the farm to work. Not that we're not going to have to, because the farm is growing. We're going to have some help planting and stuff, because you got a short window to get stuff in the ground.
Yeah.
And we're probably going to hire some part-time help to come in and help with that, because as the family has moved on to their careers, their families, and college, it has left me and Daniel and Tiffany to do it, and we just can't quite get it all done as quick as we would love to. There's always something for someone to do. So 15 years, really?
15 years.
Wow.
You know, most family farms that began with their families, you know, generations and generations back, a lot of them are still going. A lot of them also are selling off to bigger corporations. But for a farm,
Subdivisions.
yeah, for a farm to start with just one generation, not having a market gardening background or even a selling farming background. Now
No,
we both have farmer backgrounds that we really didn't know about till we started doing genealogy for the most part.
For me, it was intense background gardening, but the generation before me, my papa and my dad and them, they did farming for the family, but you would have thought they were doing it to sell acres of potatoes and acres of corn and so on and so forth, but it was just for food security for a big family. And I did what you would call oversized backyard gardening. I was growing enough tomatoes to feed the neighborhood, so to speak, and so on and so forth. But it's always been a passion since I bought my first house when I moved to Tennessee. It's been something I wanted to do, and I did it before then, but it became a passion after that. Tiffany's family has been part of this area right here in Washington County even before it was Washington County, Tennessee. Her family has been right here for generations and generations and generations.
We were Washington County, we were Carter County when Carter County first began and was established, and from both areas, on both sides of my family, and then also up into the Avery County and North Carolina. When this part of Tennessee was North Carolina, we were part of that also, so we've been here forever.
Can't get rid of them, I tell you. They're just, they're like bugs. They infest. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, so this year, as part of our celebration for our 15 years, now though we're going to be doing something every month, with April being a big month for us. We'll probably do something maybe even every week in April. There'll be something special going on. So make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Did you finally get around to doing your TikTok? Or is it
I
still
technically do have a TikTok.
So she's going to focus on TikTok in 2026 also. I'm going to make her. She's our social media manager, so she's going to have to do it.
Our daughters are better at social media managing than we are, but
so
we're
look for all the special stuff. We're going to have giveaways.
Yeah.
We'll have produce box giveaways, and it'll be no warning. It'll be a pop-up. We'll put it on social media. We'll set a time for everybody to comment, and maybe have somebody give a comment. We'll pick out our favorite comment, blah, blah, blah. And we'll say, hey, you won the produce box. You can pick this up tomorrow. You know, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So, anyway. But along with our 15-year celebration, we're doing something really cool this year. I would call it getting back to our roots, but it's a little more than that. So when we first started selling, market gardening we'll call it, but it was more farming and selling. We were asked to do so. Our neighborhood asked us to have a farm stand. Now the farm stand has not worked out the way we'd like for it to. If we sit out by the road, the farm stand does great, but the problem is there's not good parking out there, and everybody tries to park on top of each other, and we're really concerned that somebody's going to get hurt. So we tried putting the farm stand up towards our garage. Nobody pays attention to it, so maybe one day that'll gain traction and we can do it. But for now, we do farmers markets, and we offer CSAs.
Yep.
We do a CSA on the farm. Some years it's really popular, other years it's not. I really don't understand. But we offer a CSA, and we are the only certified organic farm in Washington County, Tennessee. We are your only local source for local certified organic produce, period. There is no one else. Now, I wish there was someone else, but it's just us. Love to see one of our meat farmers come on as a certified organic. That would be awesome. It is a lot of paperwork, but it's not that much money. It's just the paperwork is the pain. And it's paperwork you need to be doing to make your business better. So back to our anniversary. 15 years. I can't believe it's been 15 years. It is so hard. When she told me that, I was like, oh, it has been 15 years.
So getting back to our roots.
Yes, that's where I'm going.
Okay.
So we're going back to what we'll call getting back to our roots. It's really not, but it's more than that. So when we started this out, we were, what are you trying to say? Is it a rabbit trail? Squirrel? Mm-hmm. But anyway, we grew, what we were growing was for our family. So we grew a little bit of everything. We grew a little bit of lettuce, summer squash, a little bit of winter squash, peppers. Peppers was a passion, so there was more peppers than was needed. And then we found out there were cool peppers on top of those peppers, so it just kept getting worse. So, tomatoes.
If you remember our early years at markets and on the farm, I would always tell people, if it can be grown in our area, we grow it.
And that's kind of the truth. And we've done that for years for us, but we have phased some of it out that we were selling. And then some of it gets used in our CSAs and never makes it to the market. You know, there's some things that we don't have a lot of. Figs is one of them. Mm-hmm. And if we have a big CSA year, figs end up all in our CSAs. And figs are also not the greatest crop for our area, so sometimes it's not a real good crop. And sometimes we have an abundant year. And we're planting more. But, so we are going back to growing more diversity. More, not just say, you know, we could say more diversity in our tomatoes, and we are. We're going to grow way more tomato varieties this year if we can get them in the ground. Mm-hmm. Our plans are way more, not only in diversity, but in quantity. We're going back to having, I haven't got a count, but let's see, we're probably going to grow well over 1,000, probably close to 2,000 tomato plants this year. And if you know anything about tomatoes, that's a lot of tomatoes. But our customers are wanting this, so we're going to do it. And then we're adding some stuff back that we haven't routinely grown every year. We're going to have our Celtis back this year. And that's a delicious crop in stir fries and so forth if you haven't never had it. It is amazing. And excuse me, I had interesting story. Now you know someone has had their tonsils took out twice. I had a tonsillectomy that went wrong, and so it was a rough December. They had to do it twice, so I had to have a drink to get my throat settled. But we're broadening out on our sweet corn, so we're going to actually grow more than one variety. We've grown our natural sweet for years. It's a certified organic sweet corn. We love the taste of it. Our customers love the taste of it.
Well, speaking of corns, while you're doing that.
And guys, listen. Our sweet corn will not be like what you go to the grocery store and buy. If you're looking for a pristine, flawless ear that's been sprayed 7 times, we're not the person you want. We will lightly spray with an organic approved spray, and then that's going to be it. As a lot of our customers like to say, if the bugs won't eat it, I don't want to eat it. And that's kind of our rule. Now, we don't want an infested ear of corn, but if we get a little damage on the tip, just break that tip off and we feed it to the chickens. So we don't care. So what this is. Now this isn't all. It just so happened that this supplier, this was all they had left when we went to place the order. So we got another pack coming from another supplier of our natural sweet, because that's our big one.
Yeah.
And then we got another variety of corn coming from them also that will be an early season variety and a late season variety also.
So we're actually upping our corn for this year, not just in sweet corn, but if any of you know, we have grown Bloody Butcher for many, many years. And this is, several years ago, we got some of seeds from the USDA of different strains of Bloody Butcher, because you want your Bloody Butcher to be this really dark super color
That
right
one,
here.
or even this one down here.
This one down here is really great.
That's the most popular, that red down there.
But they tell you to get and to keep the genetics really good on Bloody Butcher, you need to get the other varieties. Now, this may look white to you, but this is actually white, and it's got those red streaks in it. It is a gorgeous Bloody Butcher. So this is I picked some of my favorites, and I stuck them in this jar of the many different diverse ones that we got from that experiment. And we have, we probably have
and we'll probably
10,000 seeds of
and we'll probably grow
others.
twice this much. This is probably, if you look at this is 1,000 seeds. This is probably close to 1,000 seeds. So we'll probably grow about 2,000 of our Bloody Butcher.
Yeah.
The majority of it will be this red. But we want this, as Tiffany's telling you also.
So, the Bloody Butcher, you actually can eat as a fresh sweet corn, as a roasting corn. And it is definitely different. It is not that sugary sweet.
It's good, but definitely not sugary sweet.
It is, but it's a good roasting corn. But the best use for this absolutely is making corn flour and making corn grits. And it is over the top as far as taste. Everybody will say, Jimmy Red is good. It is, but it is not.
We love Bloody Butcher. We love it. We love it.
Yeah.
So that's something we grow about every other year, is our Bloody Butcher, and we try to get a good crop of it because we use the cornmeal. We actually grind the fresh Bloody Butcher as our red, and we grind a blue and a yellow for cornbread and for grits. Our favorite is mixing the yellow with either the red or the blue to make a cornbread. It makes an amazing, amazing cornbread.
Yeah.
So anyway, so something we are trying to really expand on this year is our lettuce production. Our customers really get disappointed when our spring lettuce disappears. So we are trying, bear with us, I don't know how this is going to go this year, but we are going to try to have lettuce basically all season long. There'll probably be about a 3 or 4 week lull that we may not be able to produce hardly any lettuce because of the extreme heat.
But last year, we kind of trialed on lettuce, and I didn't know how well it would go. And every week at the Johnson City Farmers Market, every Saturday, we thought we brought more and more and had plenty. And we sold out and had people wondering what happened to our lettuce.
I think people appreciated the quality of the lettuce. Not that there isn't sometimes some bug damage, but our lettuce is no spray. We can spray it with an organic spray, but we choose not to. Our lettuce is no spray. And our produce that comes to market is fresh produce.
And last year, we can say that our produce last year, none of it was sprayed at all.
Yeah, actually, we didn't spray
with anything.
We didn't spray nothing last year. Yeah. Usually, there'll be a little bit of spray gets on a couple of crops. And when I say spray, this is either an organic or organic approved spray. We can't use the chemicals that the modern commercial agriculture uses.
And
that's
it's
not
for organic gardening, which is not approved.
We can't use the stuff that says for organic gardening because that is an unapproved item. Yeah. If you use anywhere outside your backyard, you're just going to get in trouble. Yeah. People think they grow organic, but growing organic requires starting with an organic product and organic soil. Yeah. And, if you're not growing organic, that's fine. I'm not jumping on you. But to grow organic, you have to start from the soil up. It's about the ground up. So if your If we go down the road and buy a piece of property, which we would love to have,
Yeah.
we're going to enter into what's called transitioning if they've done anything on that property that was not organic. So anything, if they have sprayed one weed killer that's not approved, if they have put down a chemical fertilizer that's not approved, anything, it's not, if they sowed a treated crop seed, corn seed we'll say, a treated corn seed that is not an NOP, so a National Organic Program approved seed coating, then
It's 3 years.
3 years you got to transition it, and it can be more than that if something was severe enough done.
Yeah.
But 3 years is what we'll call the normal, and so then we would have transition for 3 years, which means that the crops we grow on that soil are not certified organic. It's a transitioning organic. So you start with organic soil, organic fertilizer, organic amendments.
Organic compost, and that's the one that a lot of people don't get around here. They'll go to their local store or whatnot, pick up some compost that somebody has made. The problem here is those chemicals that were on those items in that compost, from food scraps or tree scraps or whatnot, you don't know what chemicals are in there. And like we told you already, it's 3 years. So if that compost isn't 3 years old, it wouldn't be approved because you don't know what's in it. And genetically modified stuff is also in that.
Absolutely.
If somebody throws food scraps in there that's from a GMO item.
Corn is the number one GMO product in the country. More of it than you would even think when you go to the grocery store. If it's not labeled organic or non-GMO in corn, you can probably about guarantee that it is GMO.
Yeah. So,
but we start with, this is one of the new lettuces we're got. I don't know if you could see it. It says organic, and then if you'll look, it's a pelleted, and it's important. It says NOP compliant. That means it's National Organic Program compliant coating. Very important, because when they come do her recertification, it's got to be compliant. If it's not, we lose that certification wherever this was planted.
Yeah.
If this is plot A that it's planted in, plot
3
A,
years.
3 years is done. We can't grow any crop in it that we would sell as organic for 3 years. It's done. We're going to be cover cropping it. We're going to grow flowers in it that just to look pretty, not to sell, because we can't sell them as organic.
Yeah.
But it would be to look pretty for the pollinators. So
Like,
that's all it would be.
And one thing that I found out is, you wouldn't think that'd be that big of a deal, but there is one specific flower which I would absolutely love to grow more than anything. Lisianthus. Absolutely gorgeous, so pretty. And they are all with a treated pelleted seed that are absolutely restricted. So if you grow those,
Not approved.
I was actually told by my certifier, if I was to purchase that and I was to put that anywhere on my farm, they would revoke my certification.
They didn't even say use it. They said if we bought it and brought it to the property, they would revoke it.
So that's I don't know what they put on that, but that's why you have to be careful.
So we have 5 new lettuces that we're going to be growing. These are all pelleted. We really like the sound of this. We was toying between this one and another company, and honestly, this one won out because of the cost benefits. It's still expensive. Organic pelleted lettuce seed is not cheap. It ain't like the seeds you go to the Home Depot or Lowe's big box store and buy that costs hardly nothing. This stuff is expensive. The other one we was looking at is almost double what this one is. And this one reads that it's just as good. The other one just has a better name. So we're going with this year.
The other one's also not organic in any form.
Right.
It can be used in organic production.
It's allowed.
It is allowed.
We're going to discuss that here in just a second.
Mm-hmm.
So we're adding back. We did this one before. This is our Torringina. This is a certified organic cherry tomato.
Orange, very good.
And then we're adding, after so much demand for this one, we have had so many people ask about this, so we're going to see what the fuss is about.
Yeah.
So we're growing chocolate sprinkles, which is also an organic seed.
Now, not all chocolate sprinkle seeds are
No,
organic. You
this
have to
one is.
actually get organic. And if it's available in organic, we have to do the research. And if it's available in organic, we have to buy it organic.
Right. So we literally have to, and then if we buy something that's not organic, which we're getting ready to talk about, It's got to be approved. It's got to be NOP compliant. If it's pelleted, it's got to have a compliant pelleting on it. And then we also have to show that we checked at least 3 good sources that supply organic seed. Now, that being said, we check way more than 3.
Yeah.
We only have to record 3. Sometimes we go down a rabbit trail. I did that yesterday looking for a pepper seed that I wanted. And I went down a rabbit trail and looked at about 100 different suppliers. Some that claimed they had organic seed, but when you go to them, it's not organic or they're lying. You know, that happens a lot. So, at the end of the day, nobody had that seed.
Yeah. There's a big tomato supplier that we found out that like a couple years ago, they said everything was organic. And they're certainly now not. And I think apparently they got in trouble for
May
it.
have, who
or
knows?
Just decided to cut it off because they're no longer organic. Because that's one of the places that we were looking for some of our organic special tomatoes for this year.
And here's a good example of one that's not available organic yet, we hope.
Yeah.
But it is an untreated seed, so we don't have to worry about it being treated as something that is not organic compliant. And it's not GMO. And it doesn't have a pelleting on it. You don't put pelleting on tomato seeds. That's pretty much a given. Yeah. But this is our midnight snack. And midnight snack has been stupid popular with our customers. And this is my go-to in the tunnel when we're harvesting. This is the one I snack on. I probably eat a half a pint while we're harvesting tomatoes.
Mine's Sun Peach.
She loves the Sun Peach. And then we're adding Orange Delight. That one is the grape tomato,
Grape
right?
Life, yeah.
So this is an orange grape tomato. In the past, we've only had, except for a few specialty tomatoes. In the past, our only grape tomato has been our Golden Sweet, which is a yellow, golden yellow. So this one is an orange. We added it. We're still looking for a red one that we would love to have, but we haven't found a red one that we're overwhelmed with yet. So
We have high tastes in tomatoes.
we're adding this is our first ever
Yeah.
hybrid jalapeno. And this is a very large jalapeno, and we want to grow it just to see. It may not make our cut. Things don't make our cut sometimes, do they? Sometimes they get lost. We grow them and go, yeah, I didn't see nothing special about it. We grow a lot of jalapenos, several different varieties, probably were 8 or 10, 12, probably 12 varieties. But this, since it's big, we want to see how this compares to our Craig's Grande that we grow. And so we're going to check it out.
We may actually do some playing with genetics on that.
Who knows? And then we got a couple of our cucumbers that we have to have for next year. We have our Excelsior, which is organic pickling cucumber. And then we have our Katrina, which is what we replace our Socrates with, our early season variety that I have already sowed. They are already in soil. They'll be up in a few days, and then the game is started. But once the Socrates...
You don't like cucumbers, do you?
Sorry about the cough, guys. It's my tonsils. Once the Socrates runs out, Katrina will replace it. They're not the same size, but they're the same style cucumber. And we replace one with the other. So, guys, that's all I've got for today. Tiffany, Daniel?
Daniel, what's your favorite thing to grow on the farm? Nah. What was it?
What? Corn. Plants and corn?
He
do
likes
like corn.
He likes planting corn. What about sweet peppers?
Yeah, great.
And what's your favorite fruit?
No.
Tomatoes?
Yep.
How about...
That's not true.
No. What's your favorite one out back that we pick off the tree?
What?
Figs?
Pig.
Daniel
does
loves figs.
Everybody
Daniel likes
loves
fruit,
figs.
period. Daniel likes figs, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. Daniel likes apples, peaches.
Plums.
Yeah, Daniel likes fruit.
Yep.
So if we grow a fruit, Daniel likes it. So If you ever see Daniel out, know he likes it. Hey, another thing, speaking of Daniel, in case you don't know, obviously me and his mom help take care of his chickens, but whose are the chickens?
Mine.
Yours,
Dang.
yours, and your mom's, right?
Yep.
So you have chickens and lots of roosters, don't you?
Yep.
Some roosters have to stay around and don't go to freezer camp just because Daniel falls in love with them.
Yeah.
And so they get to hang out and live a nice long life.
Yep.
But Daniel raises chickens and he feeds them him and his mom mostly. I help a little bit. They feed them an organic feed.
It is
Now,
certified organic.
The feed is, yes.
Yeah.
Our eggs are not certified organic. We almost pulled the trigger on that. But at the end of the day, it was going to raise the expense of the eggs almost $1 a carton. And our eggs are already expensive because we feed them organic. We did not want to raise the price of the eggs another $1.
And we had to upgrade our feed to a wheat-free because me and Daniel both have gluten allergies and celiac.
And it was bothering
So,
Tiffany a
yeah.
little bit, feeding the chickens at least. It may be transferring through the egg,
Yeah.
but we know that it was bothering her scooping the feed. And so her and Daniel we had to upgrade to a wheat-free feed. And our feed is
It's already
always
soy-free.
always soy-free. It's a soy-free product, and now it's a wheat-free product.
And if you don't understand how that goes, and I have to explain this all the time, our feed has corn in it, and it's not genetically modified. Because if it's certified organic, it can't be genetically modified. It can't have any GMOs in it
Right.
at any time. So,
So we have an organic, GMO-free feed that we use, and it's certified organic.
and
This-
because your feed is non-GMO, doesn't mean it's organic.
No,
It
that's
can
why I
still
get-
be sprayed with everything.
She read my mind. That's what I was getting ready to ask.
Yeah.
GMO does not mean organic, but organic does mean non-GMO. Just because you're non-GMO does not mean you're organic. But if you're organic, it does mean that you're non-GMO.
Yes.
Because organic never allows GMO. It is absolutely a no. At 100% no. Be a quick way for us to lose our certification
Yep.
is to bring a GMO product onto the farm and let it touch the ground. And just like they said about the flour, if we purchase it, they're going to revoke the license. So some things they even have stricter standards on. And so,
Yep.
you know, they was almost going to revoke it just because we inquired about it.
And I was like, I'm not doing
said, no,
it.
we didn't buy it. We asked. It was a question.
Yeah.
So, because sometimes some things can be used, and if we could have grown it, we wanted to grow the flour.
Yeah, that
but-
one actually came up as an action item for a couple months until I finally got it cleared up. I was like, look, guys, I did not buy it. I have no intentions of it. It will not be brought on the farm at all.
It was a question.
Yeah.
Not a statement.
Yeah.
But, guys, that's it. This video has run longer than I wanted it to, but I wanted y'all to see where we're starting at. Expect some more of these. We're going to probably be doing a couple a week for a while. Hopefully, as much as we can get Daniel involved, but little videos of what we got upcoming. We've already got our pepper plots planned, our tomato plots planned. We already got a lot of seeds started moving into next year. Our only break really is Christmas to New Year's and a little bit around Thanksgiving usually. Eventually, we would like to take all of December off, but we haven't made it there yet. And
And
this
I
year,
would get bored.
she wouldn't be bored if I took her to Disney World.
But you can't take me to
See?
Disney World all 4 weeks, so.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.